What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Guliato Bango Boy, United 2-Win Edition podcast, and we back again with another special episode. We got a special guest in the building. We got Gerald. What's up, man?
Hey, yo, what's good, man?
Okay, you can start out with the cool act, and you know we got Akeem in the building, co-host. What's going on, brother?
Man, we chilling.
Okay.
Brought my mans in today.
See, everybody got rollies on the wrist. Everybody got their own brand. I'm out here just so. I appreciate you coming today, man. Reason why I brought you in today because you got a lot of things going on, and started the podcast to help out, you know, the general public who is looking for information. You know, whether that is someone who started a barbershop, someone who has their own clothing and company going on, someone who works a 9 to 5 just like me. So I want to go back a little bit. I want the people to know a little bit more about you. So I always ask, give us a little bit of your background. Where you from? Where you born? You Jamaican? You Kenyan? You know where you from, man?
I'm a Ritrian, bro.
Okay.
You lying.
Cap.
Yeah.
I'm Haitian and Creole. Mm-hmm. I was born in New Orleans, in Marrero, Louisiana. But I was raised in Minnesota. So we hopped from like Minnetonka to Brooklyn Park, and then it was Savage. It was Savage to Brooklyn Park, and then Champlain, and back to Brooklyn Park. So those are kind of the areas that I grew up in. But that's kind of my quick little journey on how I ended up in Minnesota and where I was born.
Okay, gotcha. No, a lot of us, especially with a background, we always just hop from places to places. Yeah. Now, when you're small, when that happens, how do you keep a steady base of friends? Because that was tough for me when I was younger. When I moved, I was like, man, I know I'm gonna move again pretty soon. So, was that tough for you by chance?
I feel like we didn't really move that much.
At what age did you move?
It was like super young, bro, and it was super young. So we stayed kind of even still in the same area. Yeah. So even then we went from Champlain to Brooklyn Park. Yeah. Like it was still the same schools. Yeah. So we still had the same friends and stuff like that because the border of it is just right next to each other.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really hard. The friends that I still have now, as friends that I had since like middle school or beginning of high school. So it's pretty much the same exact people. But so it's fairly easy to really get to. I'm also outgoing to get to know people. So even when we moved back down to New Orleans for a year, it was easy to meet friends. Yeah. Totally different environment though. But even when I came back, it was just easy to meet people. I like people.
Yeah. It was funny because Akeem was here when he was on the phone with you, right? And he was like, yo, Gerald, I got an interview, for you to come on. And the funny thing, I was in the background listening. He's just like, nah, man, I don't really do interviews like that. And he just kept bluffing up. I'm looking at Akeem like, bro, he do not want to do the interview. What don't you get? Akeem just kept going and going. Then he was like, who is it with? Who is it? My cousin just met the other weekend at his apartment. So I thought that was hilarious. Akeem, you got to learn the clues.
Nah, because, Gerald, he said he don't do a lot of interviews. So when if it's someone close to me, he said he would be down. So I'm a little plug around here.
Appreciate it.
Akeem is a connective dots. I feel like he's always been that person since we met in high school. At the time, he was doing Who Better?
Yeah.
Who Better TV?
Who Better TV.
Yeah. So we met each other then, been rocking with each other ever since. But he's a connective dots. Me, I'm not really. I guess you may see me sometimes in front of cameras and taking pictures, but I love seeing things from a first person perspective. So a lot of times I'm not like really too geek to be in front of things or whatnot. I'd rather be kind of in the background. And then I just be chilling with family. So the little time I do have, I just be kicking it with the fam. But this fool he was acting like it was a random person. He was like, yo, I got somebody I want to interview and stuff like that. And I'm like, who is it? Then he turned the camera. I'm like, fool, just say it's your cousin. I'll come do it, man. That's family. That's your family, that's mine. So
hey, this guy's trying to act like he's all low key. Every time I get invited somewhere, I always run into him there. I'm like, yo, we get invited. Remember the Timberwolves had the exclusive party, the jazz night. I'm over here. I'm thinking like, man, this is just gonna be the players. I ain't gonna know anybody. First dude I see is Gerald. How you get invited to the Timberwolves event,
bro? This is what happened. It was actually my homie Sonny, man. My homie Sonny was performing there.
Oh,
so I was just a tag along for him, bro. I'm not that cool.
Nah, you cool.
You're a cool guy. You're a very cool guy.
And then I seen him at Skin Tones.
I had to support Skin Tones, bro. They it's such creative young dudes in the city doing their thing, and they always come to my pop-up store. So it's only right that I show up to theirs. But if it was any other way, you wouldn't have seen me there.
Shout out to Skin Tone, man. So I was, I like to do a little research on the people I'm interviewing, right? So I'm like, man, Gerald, what's going on with you? Let me, hit that up.
So I've been in prison.
Yeah, this man just came home, man, do 30 years. That's why he don't want
50 years, bro. I just got out, man, busting the 50.
That's why he don't want to do interviews. But what's up, ladies and gentlemen? This episode of Edition Podcast is brought to you by Raw Beauty Skin and Body Bar, a place to revitalize, refresh, and refocus. Raw Beauty Skin and Body Bar is the ultimate facial, customizing specifically for your skin condition. For more details, visit www.rawbeauty.com and schedule an appointment. They're located in Rochester, Minnesota, 311 First Ave Northwest, Rochester, Minnesota, 55901. Check them out, baby. I was on your LinkedIn, man. I was like, damn. Gerald, hold up, man. You went to Stout?
Yeah, man.
You a Blue Devil?
Dude, I don't even claim that school, bro, to be honest with you, bro. I can't claim it, bro. So this is what happened. So we were going to different places and visiting colleges. So my mom and dad would take me to different places. Yeah. I was already in this program though that my aunt was running at the time called Black Achievers and Hispanic Achievers. So one of the places would be Champin Park, but the main, I guess, headquarters was over north in North Minneapolis at the Y. Yeah. So we'll always be there. But we would go on college tours with that program. Yeah. So it was all these different places we were seeing, like all black colleges and stuff like that. It was real tight to see. But, as those years come where you start looking for schools, like my parents was taking me to some places I was interested in. Yeah. So we went to the East Coast. We went to Illinois. Yeah. And my favorite school was Columbia. I wanted to go to Columbia. It was a design art school. Yeah. And I got accepted to it. But, man, when they sent that motherfucking how much it cost each year. Yeah. Well, bro.
Like 30, 40?
Too much. That's all I know.
Yeah. Sheesh.
I can't remember. That shit was so long ago. But I remember this shit was like almost unrealistic. I was like, yo, this is too much. Yeah. For designing art. I already designed from YouTube University. And
shout out to YouTube University.
I ended up going to Stout because it was just reasonable, but I had great experiences, not necessarily at Stout. It was a lot of racism. Yeah, I still enjoyed it, but I ended up doing an exchange program and going to California for a year. Wow. And man, that was the best time of my life, for real. Yeah. And I got some family out there still to this day that treat me like family, Yeah. And they introduced me to California as a whole, the real trenches.
So you actually, did you graduate college? And what did you?
No, man, I ain't graduate. I
at least got your 2 years?
I was in that motherfucker for like almost 4 years, bro. Like I was almost done.
Oh, yeah?
I was in there for 3 years, bro. I was almost done with school, but I couldn't handle it no more.
What were you going for, though?
Business administration.
Okay.
It's hard going to the classes and asking professors, because I already own my business then.
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome.
So it wasn't like I was just going to class and wanting to take tests. Like I wanted to really learn. Yeah. So when I went to California and my professors were real entrepreneurs, they was giving me like spreadsheets. They was putting me in like business organizations and man, I was in every fucking thing. But that's what my professors were doing for me. Yeah. And they were having like real business talk, like not no bullshit textbook talk, like the real shit. Yeah. And when I came back, I was just so uninspired going back to Stout. Wow. It's dark, ain't shit around there.
Wisconsin, right?
I was down the street.
Yeah, it's Wisconsin.
Yes, I was down the street.
You was down the street.
I was at Eau Claire.
Oh yeah, man. Eau Claire was not too. Yeah, man. Yeah. I went to Eau Claire a couple times, but man, I was so uninterested in that shit.
Coming from Cali back to Wisconsin,
bro, it's depressing.
No inspiration.
No inspiration, man. Nobody doing shit. Yeah, everybody just drinking, getting drunk. Which I got faded too, but my mind was still on a goal. So I'll be studying, then stay up in design till like 3, 4 a.m. and then go to class and all that. But
when you say design, what were you designing? Like,
I was designing.
Were you already doing clothing at that point, or you just like?
Yeah, I started my business when I was 15. Wow. So NSOD been around for a while, but you know,
so established 2000 when?
2009.
Damn.
Yeah.
Right when we graduated high school.
I know what's going on.
Oh, y'all graduated high school in 2009?
Yeah, I graduated 2012.
Yeah.
Oh, you did? So I graduated, I can't remember, 2011, I guess. Yeah, that's 2011 because 2009 I was a sophomore.
Yeah.
Excuse me, going into my junior year. But yeah, I really couldn't give my 100% attention to NSOD because I was going to school for all them years, you know, all the way through college.
It was called NSOD.
Okay. Yeah, man, I got the inspiration from my dad. Like when we was in New Orleans, he had a clothing brand called Terrell. And you know, that's how he made a living. And he used to go to the projects and stuff like that and sell his clothes in all these different places. Yeah. And you know, when we came to Minnesota, he had this idea in a like a bin, and it was NSOD, and I instantly, it was like God sent. I had ideas, you know. Yeah.
Man, that's awesome. So you had you already had like kind of like not help, but like inspiration, like you said, like from your dad. You know, he's doing something like this already. Yeah. Okay. So how'd you said your dad is the one who came up with the brand that had it on there, or?
Yeah, he had it in like this bin, and it was just like my parents are hustlers at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, and so they always had different ideas as we were growing up. Like that wasn't just the only idea; it was just a bin full of stuff, and I was just being nosy and looking through it. Yeah. And I was a person that was into sports. Yeah. So I'm like, I always sold stuff. Nah, I did. I mean, I did try sports, but realized it wasn't for me. Yeah, I love selling stuff. I love money.
Oh, okay.
You know, so I got into the money game early, and
dope.
I used to sell candy and gum and stuff like that in my school. I used to make a lot of money each week.
That's
and like 7th grade, bro, going to school with hella Stride and shit in my backpack and pockets and be selling it all throughout the day. But eventually that transitioned from 7th to 8th grade to getting into clothes, and my parents always had us fresh, so it was just evident.
Yeah,
I got a quick story too. Just go basing off that. Y'all remember back in elementary school, them desks that you opened up like this, right?
Oh yeah.
So just going off that, I was like, because I always trace back. I was like, damn, when did I start like this train of thought where I wanted to sell some stuff, right? You know, my parents, they used to go to is it Sam's Club? I think it was.
Yeah.
They had them little pops though, you know, because you couldn't fit the big ones in there and shut it.
Yeah.
Unless you put it sideways. But you know, you had your art box. Yeah, you know, like papers and stuff. So I used to have them little pop cans, and we had a Dreamcast, but we didn't have any jobs, so we had to like, hey Dad, can you buy us a Sonic game? Like, and you know we don't want to buy you nothing.
Yeah.
So we had to find out how to make money. So I kept taking these little pops to drink it, and people were like, hey, can I have that?
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, bro. They cost like, maybe $1 for like a package of them. Yeah. And I used to sell them for whatever you gave me. I was taking that. Kid gave me $5. Like, I'm taking that. I made $40 in 1 week, and rest in peace to Omar. And he took the money and went and bought like a new controller and a new game, and we were just traveling. We're like, oh, I made it. So that's when I had to bring that up.
Money man. Yeah, that's where it came from. But like my first thing that I remember selling is cold cuts. My cousin out in New Orleans, he's a barber, but like it's so different down there. Like the barbers sell shit in a shop too, like candy. Yeah. This thing called cold cuts, which is like basically how they explain it, like a frozen juice in a cup, in like a plastic cup.
Oh, okay.
So I knew Minnesota didn't do that, so I brought it up here, and I used to sell it in Champlain, Brooklyn Park. I used to go over north. My parents would take me over north. I'll be selling it out the little ice chest and stuff like that. Yeah. But I used to have money for real. Yeah. And I had a whole little logistics thing, get the syrup shipped from New Orleans, because it's this thing called Ragusa. You can only get it down there, get it shipped up here. Yeah. I was doing that shit in like the 4th, 5th grade.
Nah, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's a hustler.
So I always love that.
Hustler. Yeah, real hustler.
Hey, so what's NSOD? What does it stand for? I mean, for the people that don't know, and can you talk about the panda? How'd you come up with the logo and all that?
Yeah. The acronym is Never Stop on Dreams. Mm-hmm. I'm big on people pursuing what they love. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know, and sometimes it's a long journey, sometimes it's a short journey for people, but regardless, that's something that you should pursue because it provides you like true happiness. Mm-hmm. You know, like when you're doing what you enjoy every day. don't feel like a job. And if you gotta work a 9 to 5 to supply that and keep it as a side business till it overrides the 9 to 5, then you do that. But don't go out on a whim and quit your job and stuff because you got a dream. Keep some money in your pocket. You know.
No, that's tough though, because like some people go off emotion. Like, I hate this job. I want to quit. Like I was like not the job right now, like previous. Don't want to. This guy's crazy. Yo, he's crazy as hell.
The other one.
Yo, so like I always like I like my freedom. I want to be able to get up at 9 a.m. and do what I want to do. So it's like some people. I had to learn the hard way. Like, don't go off emotions, Yeah. It's because, like, one day you can be like, I'm done right now. Boom, hey, I quit, Yeah. But then the next day you're like, where are these checks coming from? You got to go Uber, DoorDash, get on the unemployment line. So it's like, you got to be, you're right. You got to, don't just quit your job without having something at least coming in, or at least that paying your bills, So
that's a fact.
Out there, you better take
man, enjoy your money.
When the last time you had a 9 to 5, man?
Ooh. Dude, I work now, bro.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. I work.
The rolling?
I work now. I actually make more money in my business than I do my job, but like way more. But I feel like there's so much more I want to get to.
Yeah.
And more money ain't never hurt me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, me and my fiance, Courtney, she's an interior designer.
Oh,
so we about to get into the real estate.
Yeah.
So that's a whole lot of extra money I could use for my job and just put it towards real estate. And no money, you know what I mean? Like I don't have to use none of my business money if I don't want to put it into that.
Yeah.
So it's all about doing it the smart way and being patient.
That's so smart.
But I always had a job.
Yeah.
And even now, like I want to leave.
Yeah.
But it's all about being smart and being patient.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm for. So I'm just like a very, very practical, very strategic dude. So for me, like I'm not gonna be emotional. I could quit now and be good.
Yeah.
But man.
It's a thin line between being practical and dreaming, though, right?
Bro, I ain't never stopped dreaming.
Yeah.
But like it don't make sense to why that extra money? Why let that go when you don't need to?
Yeah. What if
at least at the point I don't have a Porsche.
Yeah.
I don't have a I'm just but also I'm in I'm in a study stage.
Yeah.
So I'm all about having the most money in my account. It's not about just saying, oh, I'm an entrepreneur, which I still am, right? But being like, oh, I'm doing this all with my, like, think about it. I'm working and still doing this and succeeding at the highest level. You feel me? And there's something beautiful about that. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm learning so much about business from my mentors. And there's some long money out there. Yeah. So you got to be strategic. Yeah. And we don't come from, like, our communities don't necessarily come from all this information that we're intentionally left out of certain information. Yeah. So even if you are making money and even if you are a business owner or a homeowner, there's a lot of loopholes you still may not know that you should be knowing. Facts. So it's all about taking my time, stacking my money, and doing this shit the right way. It's a long game. But I'm surrounded by people too that are entrepreneurs. Yeah. That ain't got no job. Yeah. That's doing that shit big. You one of them.
Nah, man.
My homie Melinda is another one of them. But I also see my parents have mini hustles too. Yeah. So I ain't got no pride in like, oh man, I just do this 100%. Bro, I love traveling. Yeah. I love jewelry. Yeah. I love skincare. Come on, man. What I'm gonna spend my money on, man? Outside of just like being so practical, sometimes I do like to enjoy money too. Yeah. So
I don't know if you answer how'd you come up with the panda design?
Facts.
Yeah, we're just to go back on that.
Yeah, man. Thanks for I definitely forgot, but I'm really inspired by Japanese culture. I've been like that since the 4th, 5th grade. Yeah. I went to the library and rented out my first book called Naruto. It was like the first book I went out there and was found interest in myself.
Yeah.
So when I figured out about like anime, I started to watch it on Toonami. Yeah. So every day when I went home from school, I'll be watching Toonami. Yeah. So it's Dragon Ball Z, like
Samurai Jack. What's Samurai Jack on there?
Yeah, bro, Samurai Jack. Yeah. I mean, it was so many to name that I was all inspired by. And I feel like that really helped me dive into like what Japanese fashion look like, what Japanese culture look like, what are they interested in, what are things. So this is a panda, and it's wearing a gas mask, and the gas mask represents like, you know, what does a gas mask do?
Stop gas from coming in.
Stop gas from coming in, right?
Is that what it is?
It's like, you know, anything negative that could affect you that could come in, right?
Yeah, that's
you know,
awful.
So it keeps that out of the mask. And then the 4 exclamation marks. And animes, there's a lot of like expressions that come from like the top of people's heads. So the exclamation marks is just like a excitement or shock. And it's looking down at NSOD and just seeing how it's inspiring people. So it's like
clouds.
Bro, clouds is very spiritual thing for me. Like I see clouds in my dreams all the time. And one time I was on a airplane and like exactly what I seen in my dream, I seen outside of the plane on I forgot where I was on my way to. I travel so much.
Man,
I forget where I be going.
Let me get a ticket, man.
Don't be a ticket, brother. So that's where the clouds come from, though. You know, and clouds are connected to dreams. So it's all interconnected in that way, you know.
You know what's crazy? There's 2 things I want to say. When I was in the airplane once, I was just, you know, looking down, like looking at the clouds, right? Yeah. Like, damn, all these are moving the same way. Like, how does this thing work? You know, that was just like my brain going out berserk. I was like, that's crazy. They got like their own like thing they supposed to do, where they gonna rain on you or not. So that's that. But what do you think about this saying?
And no cloud is ever the same, ever.
For real?
Is that
no cloud is ever the same.
Proven?
Look at you.
look at the sky enough. You'll see yourself. You don't need no science to figure that out.
Yeah. So what do you think about this? So, you know, the name of your brand is Never Stop on Dreams. And I Never Stop on Dreams, right? And I was listening to J. Cole. He said, if they don't know your dreams and they can't shoot them down. What do you think about that? Do you think sometimes your dreams you got to hide away from people? Or are you one of those like, I'm going to manifest it, put it in the earth, tell everybody about it. So when it comes, you know, it comes, it's like, I already told y'all about it. Like, what do you think about that?
Well, I don't feel like nobody can stop what I'm doing. You know, like it's destiny. No matter what you dream of, you can make it happen, you know?
Yeah.
So I do speak about it. Like, I may not go online and just shout it out. Maybe sometimes on Twitter.
I see you tweet some.
I might talk my shit
I love it.
a little bit.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, like I just get to it and do it. I really do talk to my family a lot, see my family a lot. So those are the conversations that I have with them. And yeah, man, like that's what I tell. And then I go manifest it. If I'm not already doing it. You know, but I want to learn everything or as much as I can. So then I'm going into it at least without fumbling so much where I don't need to fumble.
No,
see, sometimes with me, I kind of like to put it out there. Like, I had posted this picture of Jay-Z and Beyonce sitting courtside back in 2012. And I said, me and my future girl gonna be doing this. And then maybe a month ago, me and my girlfriend were sitting courtside, and I put the pictures side to side. And, you know, it went viral a little bit with the.
There's always that one person that will always have your heart.
You a sick man. He said you a sick man.
You know what I mean?
He said you a sick man. He's thinking in the head.
Yep.
Girl, my future girl's gonna love this. I wanted this already, bro.
But we was talking about that though at your crib. We was talking about that at your crib.
Crazy,
but I feel like those things, you know, you share with certain people. That you feel comfortable with. You know, some people you just don't share with because many things may come with that envy, jealousy, whatever it may be. But
my girl told me about what's it called?
Red eye? Evil eye? Yeah, evil
eye.
What
is that?
I guess. I don't know where it comes from. You sure told me this before too. They're like, I don't say stuff like that because people got the evil eye. Like they
prey on.
They don't want it to happen. They like don't like you or something. I don't know. It's evil eye. I don't know.
Man, they can't stop this, bro. This God body, bro.
That's what I said. I said, bring me the evil eye. What's that? Evil eye. I want to see what it looks like because like you just said, no outside factor can stop you if you're doing what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Now, if you're doing some BS, then it's gonna affect you. But if you're doing what you're supposed to do and like you believe in your heart, like that's where God's leading you.
Yeah.
If somebody stops you, it's either a test to see how you would react to be like, if I take everything away from you, how would you react? Are you grateful, or are you just like you just here for just a little short ride, or you this for real? So it's like that. That's how I look at it, and I agree with you, man. Nothing can stop you if you really care for this thing. Yeah. People will block you here and there, but there's so many ways to get into it. I be getting mad.
That's a fact. Yeah. I mean, I remember you even showing me before you got the Porsche.
Yeah.
You was showing me. Yeah. And you was telling me you was gonna, think about getting one.
Yeah.
Right, from your old vehicle.
Yeah.
And then you pulled up. You hit me one day, and you was like, "I got it." And I was like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah.
That's what I love to see that.
I was mad because I just tried to get in it last week. I'm like, I'm about to stunt real quick. Look, they about to think I got a Porsche. I tried to get in the Porsche, but my knees could not get in there. I'm like, Akeem, you got to get adjusters or something, bro. This ain't it. And I was in the passenger seat like this. Just,
hey, bro.
If we crash, it's over with for me. I tell you that. You gonna be good.
Hey, Rick Ross said, what did he say? He said, "I barely fit in the Lambo. I just get it for the appearance."
Wow. He made it
just get it for the appearance.
Oh shit, bro.
I got a quick question for you, because like for the people that's going out there, I think I seen this in an interview once, right? They're like, clothing business is one of the most hardest ones to get. I don't know if it's successful or breakthrough, because a lot of people are doing it, right? Mm-hmm. With you, with the success that you found and of that nature, what separated you apart from everybody else? Because I'm trying to start a clothing brand,
They want me to start my own clothing line. I'm like, hey, I'm just a barber right now.
Hey, but that merch, rap artists do merch. Yeah. And they make a lot of money off that. They not like. I mean, they could be considered fashion designers or whatnot. I'm
not really rocking with them like that, because they only sell it because. No disrespect. Some of them ain't got the, it ain't cool. They're just selling it off their names. Like, oh, that's.
Yeah. There's no creativity behind it.
They just threw their little name on there, and it's gonna sell because it's them.
They're hot right now.
And they're hot, and people's brains ain't working like that. I'm pretty sure the Island Boys. I'm an Island boy.
Yeah. They selling merch or something.
I guarantee if they sell merch, like when that thing came out, they would have sold out because it's.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, there's a few people I feel like that got really good rollouts. That are rap artists, like Travis Scott. I like how he rolled his stuff out. Yeah. A$AP Rocky. There's who?
I'm mad at him, but keep going.
I'm mad at him too. I think we all a little mad. Yeah. But I think what makes my stuff different, I guess I don't really compare it to nobody's stuff. I do look at the people that I'm very inspired by. Like, I'm inspired by streetwear. Yeah. So, like, my parents will always take photos when we were younger of themselves, of us, of stuff we were doing. Yeah. And the fashion and how they dressed during that time is really inspiring for me. Yeah. When I go see my family down south, it's very inspiring for me to see how they dress, what jewelry they're wearing, what they're wearing in their teeth. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or on their teeth. Yeah. So, for me, a lot of those things inspire me and how they dress. A lot of black culture inspired me. 1990s windbreaker jackets. Nego, the founder of Bake, highly inspired by him. Yeah. Pharrell, how he dressed, how he create, all across the board, inspired. So for me, a lot of my inspiration just come from my natural interests. Like a lot of my collections are based upon, if I go travel somewhere, like I went to Sedona not too long ago.
I don't know where that's at. For the
Arizona.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's called Sedona?
Yeah.
Sedona, Arizona, bro. It's so peaceful. And there's certain colors that I was really inspired by. Yeah. So I developed a whole collection behind that. Yeah. And, created out of that. But each collection means something.
How long does it take for you, to come up with that, like the process? How long does it take you? You come up with this idea, now you're going to put it on a shirt or, something. What's that process look like? Or how long does it take?
Yeah, excuse me.
How often do you drop?
Yeah.
I drop when I feel like it. Like whenever I drop when I feel like it. The business has really grown these past 3 years. Like, doing numbers that I've never seen in my life. So I'm very blessed to see that.
You doing Will Smith numbers?
I'm doing what?
Smack. You should smack him like last night.
Smack Hakeem right now and run off. I'll walk off.
He ain't gonna say sorry, man.
Yeah, man. I don't need that podcast money, man. We making that money, man. But
you about to walk out the podcast right now. He said, I'm done.
I'm about to smack both of y'all. But you know, it's been so I've been able to not so much be on the timeline. I can just do it when I want to. But I did that before. Before people was really buying it like that. Yeah. You know, I just created whenever I felt inspired. Yeah. I don't see the reason to create something just to sell it. Because you can make money anywhere. Yeah. But it's about doing it in ways that you can remember and be able to hold it close in your heart. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I can name each collection, remember like what it mean, what part of life I was in, what I was thinking at the time. Recently, me and Courtney been going to a lot of cabins. Mm-hmm. Usually we like travel, and sometimes even with family, like we travel out of the country or go somewhere warmer. Yeah. But this time we've been going to cabins, bro. So I've been really inspired. You know, you don't see black people in no cabins.
Yeah.
It's usually in a movie, you know.
Yeah, man. We do not fuck with cabins in the woods like that. But there's a sense of like fear I had to get over and go out there and really enjoy it. And it was actually so peaceful, you know, just as much as going on the beach. Wow. So my last collection was called In the Woods. And, you know, that's what that was based off of. And you look at the collection, it's very earth tones, you know, so.
That's the one you had when you was on the court side.
Man,
that was cold.
You know,
that's when he was Jay-Z and Beyonce. That's when Rock Nation was on the court.
Put the picture right here. Cool ass dude, man. I was
Aquays and Rock Nation was on the court.
You should have seen how fast I called him when I seen him. I said, "Yo, bro, where'd you get that quick?" I said, "Gerald got that." Called Gerald, you got it in. There's a tighter fit. I was like, "That I gotta keep work out, bro. I cannot fit this right now."
Bro, my stuff be selling out so quick. It's so crazy. Like,
nah,
you know, in a matter of 12 hours, it could be all gone, or 3 hours.
Yeah, see, me and Gerald, we go back. I think about 10 years ago, he gave me a shirt, and I wore it at the WNBA women's basketball finals when Maya Moore and them was playing. Yeah, and then this time around, I had some floor seats. Yeah. 10 years later, so I'm like, man, I need a fit. Like, I'm standing out. The Timberwolves got me the seats, man. I'm on the jumbotron, you know. I'm like, hey, man. I called Gerald. I'm like, hey, I need a fit. You know. I always want to support my homeboys, and it's gonna be on I think national TV. They was playing Philly or something. James Harden first game with Philly. Yeah. So I'm like, I need a fit that's gonna stand out, make me look like Frank Lucas or something.
He was looking like money. I can't front you.
You calculated like that, then it's gonna be on national TV.
Yeah.
Like that. Damn, that's crazy. I would have just been like, "There's a game. Let me just get a fit."
Nah.
Now you gotta calculate that, man. You gotta.
That's crazy.
I'm like, it's James Harden. I got the floor seats. And you know, I'm bringing the Porsche out. It's date night. Everything hitting, you know. I'm like, so he came through the condo. You know, we laid out the colors, and then he picked out which one would go. Yeah. You know, this guy is a real. What are you? You're not just a designer. Are you a stylist?
Dude, I don't even know what I am, man. I feel like I'm everything, bro.
He told me to wear the red hat, you know, with the Jordans with the little red
logo.
The
white,
you know?
Oh, the Oreos. I seen that. Okay.
So it was, it was all
so
well
everybody
put
thought
together.
you was fresh, like you was like, you put that together by yourself.
King began to fist off. I can't even say that. Act like, nah, man.
It was collective.
He took it out his closet. Yeah. Ain't like I brought it through or nothing like that.
So that just, you know, it just goes back to just supporting your friends. And, you know, I was happy that Gerald came through for me at the right time. And, you know, we made history that day.
Hey, man, first of all, King trying to be humble. But King was being presented. You know what I mean? Like a whole presentation at the Timberwolves game. So he's not trying to say that. But that's why he was going to be on a Jumbotron, right?
Wow.
For the success that he have with Aquays. And Keem always find a way to make sure that he implements me in his successes. Like when he was on TV and he was getting interviewed by the news, he made sure he had a dream hat on. You know, so it's always been love in both ways, right? Like I'll go to the shop, hey, let me get a hoodie. You know what I mean? And Even now, I come to the shop and I get my hair cut.
Yeah.
So I'm all about keeping a black dollar in the community, but also supporting my friends.
Yeah.
So that's what it's all about at the end of the day, and it don't take much to support.
Yeah.
So
Facts.
this one, you don't have to give not even your plug. You don't have to do it, but like, where do you source, like, because you got to find, like, just like a blank shirt, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To put your stuff in. Like, how do you go by finding the material? Because I bought some stuff a long time ago, and I was like, they made it sound good. I'm like, oh, this is it. Came in, brother. I don't even know what to tell you. I was like, I'm never working with athletes.
It was a crop top.
It was something crazy.
He thought he was getting essential material.
Yeah, it was.
It was plastic.
I threw it in the dryer. That mother sucker. A larger came a small so fast.
Well,
You don't gotta give the plug out.
for one,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you a story that lead up to that.
Yeah.
I don't mind giving out information.
Yeah.
Because nobody could design like I can anyways.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it special.
Yeah.
And I'm not scared about losing money. I want everybody to make money.
Facts.
Right? Because we making money already.
Yeah.
My boy. No, but so when I went out to Cali, like I was talking about on the exchange program, my focus was also to find factories.
Yeah.
So I went out there, and when I was going to school out there, I'll do my homework for like a month ahead, and then I'll just travel.
Yeah.
I'll go to North Cal, South Cal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And but I went to school in San Bernardino, and I would go out to LA. I'll take the train.
Yeah.
I ain't had no car, so my homie Terrion would drop me off at the train station, and then I'll take the train out to LA, and I'll go to the fashion district.
Wow.
I'll go to all like these little trade shows. I'll go to everything like that. That's actually where I got my tattoo at, a free little trade show. I ain't gonna show that. It's a little low budget, but those are things I used to do. And I remember one time my phone died.
Yeah.
And I ain't know LA like that.
Yeah.
So I was trying to find my way back to the train station, bro. So I'm like, I'm horrible with my sense of direction.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at landmarks and shit, trying to make it
Yeah.
back to the train.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like fucking crackheads and shit coming out. And I'm like, man, bro, I gotta hurry up and find my way back. I'm gonna be sleeping outside with them. So I end up getting on the train, but that's the type of sacrifices or things I used to do to try to find a factory and go to all these shows.
Yeah.
But the first thing, now that I forgot, but the first thing that my dad actually took me to was the Magic Trade Show. I was like 15.
Yeah.
And it's on at Las Vegas. And this is before I could even afford any of that, but my parents always made sure that they invested into me.
Yeah.
So he
That's
paid
awesome.
for the hotel, paid for the plane ticket. Obviously took his son out there to look at factories
Yeah.
and meet people and see what that talk is like, what they talk, how they talk.
Yeah.
How can they create? What can they create? Anything. So when I seen I could create anything,
Yeah.
but I just needed to get to the point where I could order bigger units,
Yeah.
that inspired me a lot. And it was my father that found that information and took me out there.
Yeah.
So then years later, I went with my good friend Brees, and she is a talented fashion designer. Like she creates the shit with her hand, so she could draw it up, do the sizing,
Yeah.
stitch the shit up with her hand. I love her brand. And I love her.
Yeah.
But my thing is, like, we also went to the Magic Show when I was like 20,
Yeah.
and we got that same experience. Fast forward, it's the internet age. We straight up in the internet age. So shoot, I go to Alibaba now, and we go overseas with it.
Yeah.
And I don't mind giving that information to people.
Yeah.
The only thing that you got to do is just put in the work.
Yeah.
And order those samples.
Yeah.
Brees is a person that helps me out a lot with, getting to know fabrics, understanding fabrics, and now I'm to the point where like I understand it fully and know what I want.
Yeah.
And I also buy a lot of clothes.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a stylist, but like my family, bro, like we really serious about clothes. Like we go to each other crib just to show each other
got?
what we just bought.
Man.
And we be geeked about it,
Yeah.
So like this shit is really a lifestyle for us, and parent shit differently. And when Courtney and I went to Paris, that shit inspired me to a whole different level. Made me look at style totally different.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I go across seas. I use Alibaba. Alibaba.com, man. Shouts out.
Yeah.
Shouts
So
out Alibaba.
what's very funny, because I don't know if it was I forgot. It's a marketing course that I took now. thinking back at it, they were like, when you want to know where fashion is going,
Yeah.
you either look in Japan or you look in California. And I always remember that for some reason because we're always like in the, we're
Midwest.
Yeah, we're in the back. You still want to
very late.
Yeah, very late on things. So it's like I remember that in class. Now that's crazy. That's actually a real thing. Now, when I was googling your name a little bit, looking at some things, I seen that you actually had in Black Fashion Week, Minnesota Essence, you had your brand in an exhibit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that? How did that feel having in the mall, people walking by, seeing you, this like, damn, that's dope.
It was a blessing, man. Mm-hmm. All that stuff come from like long-term relationships.
Yeah.
So Natalie Morrow, she, my first fashion show was at the Aloft Hotel. Mm-hmm. I was like 15, 16.
Yeah.
And she invited me out to be a part of her fashion show.
Yeah.
And, that's how it all started. So then she had the idea for Black Fashion Week to invite me out and be able to connect the dots with the Edina Galleria.
Yeah.
And I go there all the time.
Yeah.
Because
that's where the Louis store
that's
is at?
Come on, bro.
Look at him, bro.
I sleep there.
Yeah.
But it was cool to have it there.
Yeah.
And to be able to have that exposure. I was the only streetwear brand in there. So I think that is something really, really special about that.
Yeah.
But that just comes from like long-term relationships. Yeah. Natalie and I doing something else for Black Fashion Week. And really soon. So
yeah, that's dope. So I always ask you like, why don't you do a storefront? So can you give us like what's the difference between pop-up and storefront? Like, because you do a lot of pop-up shops, they sell out. We coming through buying everything.
Yeah.
But why haven't you, because I'm sure you could get into Mall of America and get a store if you wanted to.
I could.
Yeah. So what's the difference? Like, can you break it down for us?
Easy. But
like, why do you do pop-ups and not actual storefront?
Mm-hmm.
It's always been a fascination that I had since I was a teenager. Yeah. A lot of things that I'm doing now, like I always just thought of as a teenager.
Yeah.
A storefront never been really a dream of mine. Yeah. It's always been this concept of pop-up stores. And I remember telling people about it when I was younger, but they didn't really know what it was.
Yeah.
Because everything was still brick and mortar at that time for the most part. But now pop-up stores is like a normal thing.
It's normal.
But that's something that they've been doing on
I didn't
the
know
eastern
what
part
it
of the
was
world
until you started doing it. Really? Yeah.
That's something that they've been doing on the eastern part of the world, in like Asia and Europe. But do I want a storefront? I mean, I will never say no.
Yeah.
If it makes sense, if it's in the right place, for sure. But right now, I like pop-up stores. I could change the theme each time.
Yeah.
I don't have to think about running the store or that overhead cost. I could use that just to invest.
Yeah, overhead is the killer, man, and rent and everything, bro. Like added onto that.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah. I was gonna say, man, when next time you have a pop-up store, if I got enough shoes, I'm gonna come in there and be like, yo, I'm a vendor too, baby. I did your podcast. Come on, sell me out. Buy me out. So now I'll be looking out for that because I actually would love to. I want to see how those things are ran, and I feel like it's super interesting for me because I always tell them, like, people always tell me, like, as soon when this shoe thing gets going or other things, like, have a store. I'm like, nah, bro, people breaking in, this and that. So
too much commitment.
Yeah. One thing I would say, I was reading an article, it said that, like, you are, what is it? You don't like to restock on your stuff, So give me the train of thought with that, because if it's selling out,
you trying to double up.
With another truck in.
Right.
Yeah. What's up with that?
That's a fact, man. Yeah, I can understand that. For one, I haven't done a pop store in like a couple of years, but we doing one this summer. We're going to do it big.
Okay.
But in addition to that, I don't like to restock stuff because when I was younger, and I'm still into it, but BBC ice cream was my thing. Bake was my thing. Red Monkeys, Evisus, Jabor jeans. Yeah, man, like... these are things that I like really. Coogee. Yeah. Oh, Coogee man. Sweater. Coogee's, okay. Come on, man. Coogee t-shirts, Coogee pants, sweatshirt. But those are things that I really enjoyed. And a lot of those things was like for the most part, quote unquote, limited edition.
Yeah.
So the shit felt like a collector's item.
Yeah.
You know, it felt like art, like you was collecting some shit that'll never be seen again. And that's how I want it to be. I feel like even stories, like the things that I come up with, it shouldn't last forever based upon I could get more money. You know, like we making enough money, we ain't greedy.
Yeah.
You know, but if the next collection come, whether it makes a lot more money or not, it's about just being happy where I'm at spiritually with the collection. You know what I mean? And it's about just telling the next story, not staying on the same one.
Hey, if that's the case, then check this out, man. Next time you got a shirt you want to give away, give it to me, right? I'm going to have it in the closet. I'm going to wait about 30 years. I'm going to be this the only one I got. I'm going to sell it for 100 racks, man. You know, do me a favor.
Just make sure you're wearing it courtside or in your Porsche.
Hey, listen, I got a Toyota, man. It's going to break down tomorrow.
Toyota or Porsche, man. Well, shout out to the dreamers.
You know the funny part? Hey, I bet y'all want to ride now. Huh? That gas price go crazy, right? Fill up your car for $300. That's crazy.
Hey, so if Louis Vuitton came right now and said, "Hey, man, drop in the woods again. We collaborating this time around. We're gonna give you that check. You holding out?
You holding? Yeah. What's going on?
Or you gonna make some more? Like bring it in. They stamping the LV on the side.
Where the hell to do it again? I'm gonna tell you this now, man. I do like Louis.
Yeah.
I'm the Louis Vuitton.
He came here with a bag. Y'all see it? He came here
with the Louis bag
over there. It's over there.
Man, don't get another one. So,
okay.
Duffel bag boys. You know what I mean? But
so you bringing some more in the wood collection out? If Louis came through,
he gonna be lost in the woods. He gonna try to remix it.
I ain't gonna be in the woods. He'll be lost in the woods. But nah, man, I feel like I am excited about opportunities.
Yeah.
And I do love opportunities, and I'm appreciative of them.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I want to be happy with my decisions and be real. So I mean, I would just tell them like I don't re-release collections. We could create a new store.
We could do.
We could go to the woods again.
We could go to the woods again.
Don't trip.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't create stuff no matter what, man. There's a lot of people in my DMs that, you know, people would be very happy to create more pieces for.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like we don't do that. But we do custom pieces. I did a custom piece for Young Thug.
Oh yeah. Talk
Thug
about that, man. We gotta you gotta pop your shit one time, man. What are some big names that you've worked with or did custom pieces for?
Yeah. Dude, I'm working with some big people right now. I don't want to say their names.
You can say, come on, man.
We don't release this 3 months from now. I'm capping. Yeah, this coming out next
just
week.
know I'll give y'all one hint.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of them be pushing P. That's all I can say.
Ooh. And it ain't Akeem.
It ain't for me.
That's crazy.
Akeem could get the exclusive before anybody.
Yeah.
Man.
That's crazy.
Because I was on Instagram. I was scrolling. I seen Young Thug got your stuff.
Yeah, man.
I think Odell Beckham was rocking your stuff.
Odell Beckham too.
Yeah, so he got a couple celebrities rocking it. How do you get it into their hands?
Their hands. Where they see it?
Do they reach out to you or?
You know, it's just like connections. There's one Odell family members named Bruce Thompson. He the one that connected me with Odell. Bruce actually had some pieces of mine, and I guess Odell was with him and seen it and took it.
Yeah.
Cause he really fucked with it. So it was cool to see that. That was something I wasn't even expecting.
Yeah.
The Thug thing happened through Ryan of 300. He connected them dots. And, it's just from me creating, right? Like I wouldn't even have no clue how to connect to these people. So it feels good to have people gravitate, support, and trust in my vision and my designs to create something custom for them,
Yeah.
It's a special feeling. And I do it my way.
Yeah.
I be chilling with my granny.
Yeah.
Chilling with my parents and my niece and shit like that and my girl.
Yeah.
And shit like that just be coming through blessing me. So I be feeling like I'm in environments where, that's me. I'm in an art gallery and get a DM with some blue checks and be like, we gonna get to it.
Yeah.
Blue checks it turn into blue bills.
I love it. Okay. So now you know, I would say, what are your long-term goals, you know, for the brand, you know, as time goes on?
Yeah, man, like I want it to be a big brand.
Mm-hmm.
I want it to continuously grow.
Yeah.
I want to stay independent the way I am.
Mm-hmm.
I like being able to invest my money into what I believe and get all the profits back.
Yeah.
No middleman.
Yeah.
You know, so I like that idea, but as it continue to grow, I got massive ideas. I want to do pop-up stores everywhere.
Yeah.
At one time for just a day, all across the world.
Damn.
Right? So how do we get to that? And it's just all about making a plan, trying to follow it, and sometimes it could be frustrating.
Yeah.
Sometimes it could be hard. But at the end of the day, like, I'm happy with it. And I think that's all that really matter. But yeah.
You know what's running through my mind right now? You know how, like, stuff is limited edition, right? Like, Essential might come out, or this might come out. What if I got a bot for his website? I buy all this thing out and resell
Don't
them.
get a bot over my boy.
Yo, my boy, I got all this stuff. They gotta come to me. I gotta re-rock
Bro,
it.
I will crash my car into your car if you do that. I will get that slap. You see this? I'll slap you and walk away real
That's the first thing
quick.
that came out. I was like, hold on, limited edition. No one, he don't re-rock. I mean, he's not coming back out. Might as well just pop up. I'll come with some cash. It's a loan from the bank.
Yeah. Dude, people really be buying so fast. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
You know, like to see people that excited and eager to buy something, because I know how that feel.
Yeah.
Still to this day, I be trying to get shit online and bots and shit be beating me.
Yeah.
But what I like to do is I still open up a certain amount of like pre-order slots for certain pieces. Yeah. And so people can order as much as they can until those slots are filled or until a certain amount of time. Yeah. And then we just order up from there.
Yo, I seen you did the Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah.
And I think you did is that Sade?
Yeah, Sade, yeah.
And maybe someone else.
Lauryn Hill,
Lauryn Hill.
A bunch of them.
How do you come up with inspiration for them? And like, do they make money off putting their pictures on the shirts, or how do you?
Nah, man. I usually just donate to like nonprofits that they're a part of and send money to that. I usually don't like to promote that online. I just do it from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah.
So either nonprofits that they were closely connected to, or nonprofits that they are actually connected to. So even when like George Floyd passed away, I was actually really sick with COVID, so I couldn't even leave a room. Yeah. And I sold all those T-shirts. I sold a lot of T-shirts, bro. And I donated to people that was on the front line. Mm-hmm. I donated to people that was like free therapy for young black girls and black women. Mm-hmm. I donated to a lot of nonprofits. Yeah. And then not too long after that, I created Breonna Taylor T-shirt and donated to different nonprofits and stuff like that too. Yeah. So for me, like, I'm all about giving back. That's how I grew up. Yeah. But I'm making those things till they send me a cease and desist.
Yeah. yeah. No, that's awesome, man. So I actually just commend you with that, like, giving back. And some people, I know you go on IG, you go see someone, like, they see a homeless, they got the cheeseburger and the IG ready, hey, I'm giving to them, what's going on, I'm doing a good deed. Like, bro, that's crazy. But you don't, like to expose, like, it's not, I don't know, it's kind of like a thing, like, you don't want to talk about it, but it's good. People, not from you, maybe, but like from other people that like let them know, like, he actually like gives back, and helps out. So I read that too, that you like giving back to the community, and I was just like, man, that's dope, man.
Yeah, I'm huge into that. Mm-hmm. Even if I'm not selling something with an artist's face on there, I'm donating to the community. Mm-hmm. 2 bands and et cetera, et cetera. Whatever it is to give people what they need, I do it. And I show up in person. This ain't just sending no money in the mail or anything like that. Like, these are people that I'm connected to in that way.
It's different because when the George Floyd thing happened, somebody DM'd me and was like, "King, man, why you not out here on 35 Bridge, protesting with the signs and all that?" Because I've seen a lot of guys on Instagram taking pictures, showing that they protesting. But what we did for the barbershop, we did, I think, free haircuts, and we took the money and gave it to George Floyd family. Yeah. And we sold T-shirts. We went and gave it to the family, and I just wanted to tell people, like, just because I'm not out there protesting with y'all, it don't mean I'm not like in the fight with y'all, you know? Like,
I think
there's different ways to show. Like I went and handed the money to the blood brother with Steven Jackson, you know. But so like for the people that be like, oh man, Gerald, you not out here protesting with your shirt.
Well, first and foremost, people do not hit me up on that.
But they was hitting me.
I
up
do
on
not
it,
play
though.
them games with people.
I'm like, man,
but I don't really have the patience for that type of like foolishness. But I think people have different ways of going about building up the community.
Yeah.
And I don't think everybody way should be the same or is the same. You have some people that are in political offices. You have black businesses that are in town that supply jobs to black people and people in general, but especially the black community, which is what your company does. In a big way. So you have people that speak about it. That's why we have a podcast, right? That we on right now, that where we can speak about these things. They have people that are on the front lines. I don't think anybody way of going about it is more than the other. I think it's all equal. And if you don't say nothing or if you don't do nothing, that's what I have an issue with. But if you doing something, and that's cool. You know, I don't agree with people having to do what everyone is doing. And you know, I'm cool with anybody the way they decide to support.
Man, so most of my questions, man, you answered it, and I love it. I don't know if you have any other things you want to include on there, you know? Because you have a relationship and you know for 300 years, you know.
So I seen
this dude wild.
So I seen baggy pants are coming back in style. Is that like
MJ?
Like with style? I don't know me. I can't see myself wearing baggy pants anymore.
But if your girl tell you to, you would.
Oh.
He in love. He's in love.
Hey, oh my God, closet be cleared out tonight.
If she be like, Keem, put on them baggy pants, he gonna come out them motherfuckers with some parachute pants.
I see this man, and he still do it. I seen him do that before. That face, like, bro, that ain't gonna help you. You still gotta do it.
I think style is fluid though. Like one thing I learned at going to Paris, man, you see people dress however they like. It's not about what's in style, what's not in style. It's really like whatever they like, they dress in. And it's also a privilege to be even dressing those things. Some people don't even have a choice on what they wear each day.
Damn.
But my thing is like, just wear what you want to wear. Like right now, I'm not wearing them, but I've been on like this True Religion. I've been diving in on it. I've been looking at like Jim Jones back in like 06, 07 when he was wearing. I ain't got no Chrome Hearts. Not interested in buying them, but I've been buying True Religion jeans, wallet chains, just kind of getting back in that like Jim Jones dipset.
So when you getting dressed up, do you go from the shoes or
how you
start
do that?
from the
How
top,
you do
the
that?
accessories?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's because a lady told me once, and actually my homeboys from Milwaukee and the girls, I guess, like if you're a single man, girls, I guess they look at the feet first and then go up. I don't know if that's a real thing, but that's what I heard. You know, they judge off
girls
your shoes.
check the shoes first.
Yeah, one thing my mom taught me is like girls, no matter what you're wearing, they look at the shoes.
They hate me. I'm ugly. My shit dusty.
They probably like, dang. I don't know if I want to talk to him.
He got that.
So how you dressing up?
But I just go off of like colors, like what type of colors I'm feeling. I start off with the shoes mostly though. I look at the shoes that I have, and I be like, Nate, excuse me.
Be good.
Dang, what can I do to put this together real nicely? You know, I feel like sometimes, but some days I might be like, I really want to wear this hoodie. And then I based off that hoodie with the fit. But I feel like my style is so, it changes every day. One day I might be in like an overcoat, full blown like dress attire, I would say. And then the next day I'm like sagging super low, wearing the True Religion jeans, like wallet chain. And then, you know, another day I might be wearing something totally different. You know, I think style is just fluid. I remember, I mean, it wasn't like crazy crop tops, but I was in Cali though. I wear crop tops sometimes.
Man, I
So it's
never
whatever.
seen you in no suit and tie though.
Hey, bro, stop. I'm about to go.
Hey, at the wedding you wearing NSOD?
Bro, I'm going to wear fucking NSOD from the head to the toe.
At the wedding?
The Steve Harvey suit.
Hey, Steve Harvey kind of fly.
The Michael Jordan suit. Now he
is. Yeah,
I can't front you.
Just seen the video because he has a stylist.
But
like
Michael Jordan. But you know what I'm talking about. Them baggy suits, bro. That Michael Jordan be wearing. Them baggy pants too. That's what your girl gonna have you wearing.
Was it LeBron James? And who was it? Them suits was huge.
Yeah, them suits was crazy. Yeah. But now I like how Steve Harvey is addressing now. Though I was watching his interview with Earn Your Leisure.
Yep.
And he was talking about the stylist. It was tight. It was a good interview.
Great interview.
Really good interview.
My personal favorite this year.
Yeah, I will say that. I like his interview a lot. I watch so much stuff on YouTube, and I feel like me, my dad, my homies and stuff we send so much stuff to each other. Yeah. It could go all the way from like watches. Yeah. To clothes, to business stuff, to sometimes people just talking on a podcast like Steve Harvey. Yeah. But, one thing I really been diving into lately is like watches. My dad really got me into watches, so I've been buying up watches.
Okay. What's your how many watches you got, and what's your favorite?
I don't have a favorite because I feel like they all got like certain sentiments of value in different parts of my life. Yeah. But I got a G-Shock. That was like my first watch. Yeah. I don't have that one, the original one, but I just bought one that was similar to it. Yep. I bought like this Casio watch from like Walmart. I always wanted one since a kid. I think it was like $23 or something. Yeah. But the design is so great. Yeah. Such a great design. Then I have this Austin Powers watch that I had in like the 5th grade. I went and bought that again so I could have that. So my watch collection is not even about value. It's about just like sentimental value in that sense. And then I got a Rolex a couple years ago. It was like one of my biggest years for the brand. So I wanted to treat myself to something. And then I just bought another Rolex recently, like end of last year. All stainless steel, like 2004. My Rolex collection is all Jubilee bracelets because I like how they design.
I don't know what the hell that means. I just know I can't afford it.
It's this right here. Okay. With the fluted bezels, you know what I mean? And
it's a different talk.
It's a different talk.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Yeah. I'm confused over here.
Hey, I hear you, brother.
Jubilee.
And right now I'm trying to get this Rolex called the Palm Motif. I had like palm trees. In it? Leaves like design like etched in it. Oh my god! But it's like white gold,
and it's an investment too because they go up in value. Right?
Yeah, these past 2 years it went up a lot in value. So yeah, that's very true. It's like an investment.
So where do you keep your your watch stash?
Next to my pistol.
If I lose the shop, I might have to come get it.
I was walking in and I was looking in this Porsche outside. And I was scrambling through the dash and stuff to see if they got anything in there. I was about to steal it. I didn't know who it was for.
I'm in Minnesota right now. It's going crazy with the whips. Are you scared of that by chance? That's one of my things I wanted to ask you.
Underground parking, baby.
Nah. No, but you crazy.
Batman.
Like, you'll be just like hopping out the car and leaving it running type of deal.
Nah, we don't do that no more.
Yeah, that's wild though. You should. I don't think you should do that with any car.
Nah, they ain't gonna take mine. I take my shit. Hey, you take my car. I'm happy. I'm crashing that
shit. You would be surprised.
Nah.
Even if that motherfucker got 2 wheels, bro, somebody will take it and go joyriding for real. You will not find that motherfucker again.
But actually, the quick question: top 5 designers of yours. Who you got? Besides yourself, take yourself out the picture. Who you?
Dylan. Nah, my favorite designers would be Pharrell. Kanye West is very great at designing. Yeah. Nego.
I think you say Migos, bro. But you say Nego.
No, okay. Not Migos. Okay. Yeah, he's like the owner. Was the owner of Bape? Now he the owner of Human Made.
Human Made is not Pharrell's brand?
I think it's both of theirs, actually, yeah. Okay. So him and Pharrell's Cactus Plant Fleet Market. Who else? And I think like my friends, I feel like my friends are like cool designers. Like I feel like I'm surrounded by creatives. Yeah. So it's hard to even call them designers when, I don't know, they just do everything all across the board. So my inspiration beyond all those is just my family because they all really love clothes and show me the things that I know now. So I think that definitely played a big part in my life still to this day. Awesome. We actually go shopping a lot every weekend.
Yeah, I'm gonna come with y'all. Just,
Hey man,
I'm window shopping.
bro, come to Louis V, bro, and set up a pillowcase and set up a what they call it, like when you go camping.
A tent?
That you sleep in.
A tent.
A tent. Not the tent, like the little bag.
Oh,
the sleeping bag. Bro, put the little sleeping bag in Louis V and we go all sleep in there and shop in there.
Gerald, you good?
I sleep in that motherfucker, man.
Socks, bro.
But I really love the craftsmanship though, like of Louis Vuitton. I always wanted a duffel bag.
Yeah.
Always like I'm not really too big into like except my Telfar bag that I just got.
Yeah.
It's like a purse, you know, but
For you?
I love duffel bags though. Yeah, for me, bro. I'm cool with wearing anything, bro. I'm happy. Hold on, man. I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm gonna tell you one thing, brother. I'll roast motherfuckers.
I'm done.
We can turn this podcast into something else real quick.
I'm out.
I'm about to slap you like Will. No, I'm just playing. No, man. I think style is just fluid. You know, whatever you wear, and whatever you find interesting, you go ahead and do that. And I think that's what's important about style. You know, you wear what you like, and that's something that I like. You know, so I got the big bag, man.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah, I got two. I got a small white one. No, two small white ones and two medium ones coming in white.
And you questioning me? You got the small ones.
Them.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're one of those guys.
I'm one of those guys.
No, I was just playing. I respect resellers, bro. Yeah. Like, get your money. Yeah. Any way people hustle, I respect it. You know, but y'all be messing up the game for me, bro. I be trying to cop some shoes and stuff. I'll be having these bots.
I'm gonna hook you up. I'm gonna work with people.
All right, man. Let's make that happen.
What's it called? So now I like to always do a recap, right? For someone watching you right now, right on the screen, they're like, I want to be a designer. You know, I want to be a creator. You know, what are your your things that you want to tell them? Like, okay, you should do this. Just recap of what's most important for them to.
Yeah, for sure.
What should they take from this podcast?
Yeah, take from this. Yeah.
I think. Okay, one thing I want to say though is you remember there's that one line JC said. He was like, I'm a hustler disguised as a rapper.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the same thing with design for me. Like people might be like, oh yeah, he a designer. Yeah. Excuse me. But usually like when people talk about designing, you don't really think about the business side. I'm more so on the business side than I am on the design. You know, like I know how to graphic design because like I had to do that coming up because I didn't have the finances for it. Yeah. But you know, now I'm more about like managing the business and giving like the reign to people that are better than me at everything, like photography, designing, etc. Yeah. So for me, I feel like this always been my way into expanding into different assets, and it has been. So for me, I want to continue that, and I think it's all about just dreaming big. I think the recap of everything is just dreaming big and doing what you need to do. But I think sometimes also when we have those conversations about dreaming, we leave out a lot of like the real stuff.
The real stuff, yeah.
You know, like get yourself an accountant, get yourself a lawyer.
Yeah.
You know, get yourself some mentors. Like these are things that you need to keep a business running successfully, and go and have a business go from nothing to something. Right? These are things that you need. So instead of paying for shoes, pay each month for an accountant. You know, these things are very important to have. Yeah. So at the end of the year when you gotta do them taxes, or quarterly when you gotta do them taxes, you know what to do. When you get hit with certain contracts or you need a contract to do a big deal, you have your lawyer in hand. You know, and I find it very important to have those things while you're dreaming. Yeah. And if you don't have it, work towards it. Yeah. You know, instead of buying. I know I buy things that I really enjoy. Yeah. And it might look flashy, but it's all things I always really wanted. Yeah. And it's also things that go up in value. Yeah. You know, so it's all about being able to, and not everything though. Some stuff is just straight up sentimental value. Yeah. I'm cool with wasting money on. But I will say dream. It's been a long journey. Yeah. And it's going to continue to be. Yeah. I'm 28 years old. Yeah. And I feel like I'm just getting started.
Exactly.
I see like a whole new beginning. I feel like this is a new era. And not only me, but like my friends, my family. I feel like everybody is elevating in this time. Yeah. Growing into new money, growing into new dreams. So like finding out new things about themselves internally. Yeah. It's just been like a big growing season and a transitional period for a lot of people. Yeah. So I think overall it's about doing things that you truly enjoy. Mm-hmm. If it's traveling, do that.
Yeah.
If it's going to an art gallery, do that.
Mm-hmm.
If it's reading books, you do that. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, man, I just in the middle of the summer, I just go on a hammock and just chill and read or listen to music
with the wine.
Man, with the Moet? Stop playing, boy. Come on, man.
Wine.
Bring the bottle of the Mo out.
Yeah.
But and Duce. Oh yeah, we can't forget the Duce, man. So I gotta so I went to the Jay-Z and Beyonce concert with my dad, and while we were there, I don't really drink like that.
Yeah.
And I went to the concert. And they had these mixtures, bro. We was in like a little It was like in a so they had the bartender that was giving us these drinks, and I'm like, man, what is this?
Yeah.
And it was like, oh man, this is Duce.
Yeah.
And some Jay-Z on. Bro, ever since then, bro.
You've been supporting.
Hey, bro, I've been
Oh
man. And then lately I was looking into like the history of Moet, and I've been buying Moet a lot lately too. I like mimosas. I never really had them before until recently. So anytime like my friends, or my family, or there's like any type of celebration, bring a bottle of that Mo and some Duce, man. We gonna celebrate.
Yeah.
But my recap, man, just keep dreaming.
Yeah.
And do the things that you need to do, and write down your goals. Speak of your goals. Mm-hmm. Find a team of people that's better than you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't be the smartest in your crew.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, the dumbest.
Yeah.
In that sense. And like I said, find a mentor, an accountant, and a lawyer, and you're gonna be good.
Yeah.
Okay. Appreciate it, man. Hey, Gerald, thank you for coming. We spent some time here. We live in the boondocks.
Yeah.
I gave him the address.
Stop boonies for real.
Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just the guy who did that. So I appreciate you coming for your time. It's very awesome, and it's one of this. I think you said you don't do a lot of interviews, so I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I really appreciate y'all. First of all, Akeem connecting them dots.
Yeah.
When we was at the crib before I even knew you did a podcast, it was cool talking to you at Akeem crib, and it was just it was a good vibe. It was smoking hookah. Yeah. Chilling, vibing, talking about stuff all across the board. Yeah. So for me, it was a no-brainer when Akeem was like, first of all, next time you gotta say it's his cousin to begin with.
Yeah.
But when he said that, it was a no-brainer. Yeah. So for me, like I had to come through and be a part of that in whatever way. And I don't mind talking. Like I like talking to people. Yeah. I'm not big into cameras. I like to be, when I was at the spot, I was upstairs in the dark,
you was in the cut.
like in a cut, bro, just enjoying the scenery. I'm more like laid. I'm an extrovert, but I'm laid back in a big sense. So, but regardless, like thank you for asking such great questions. Thank you for bringing me on here. Like it's an honor for me. And whatever I can to speak on my journey that people could hopefully learn from and do better than. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's what I'm here for. So I hope people enjoy this.
Yes. Yeah. So let's wrap it up.
Wrap it up, man. Y'all know what it is. Guliato Banger Boy Edition Podcast, and we is out of here. Out. Bada bing.
Hold on, man. Beyonce had the best video.
Bring it back.